My name is Ryan Finnen. I'm the ranch manager for Myers Orchards in Colusa County. We grow just over 3,000 acres of almonds, walnuts, and rice. Navel orangeworm has been quite a problem the last few years, especially with more and more orchards going in. The problem is just going to get bigger and bigger. We've used multiple methods and we've tried different materials, and we feel like some of them are just getting too expensive and some of them just aren't working that well. To fight navel orangeworm, we've used multiple methods. So we've used winter sanitation, where we're shaking and pulling and chopping mummies in the field. We've tried an increasingly more aggressive spray program, as well as we've tried our hand at mating disruption.
Hello, I'm Jim Pengray. I'm a PCA and a CCA, currently working for Colusa County Farm Supply. I've been working as a consultant for 20 years, and basically my job is to guide growers with nutrient management decisions, disease management decisions, and pest management decisions. Navel orangeworm's economic impact is huge. It's something that we probably feel is our #1 pest. Spend a lot of money because we know what can happen if we do not take care of the pest. New tools for navel orangeworm are extremely important because the tools we have right now don't seem to be working as well. So we're always looking for new tools.
We started using KeyPlex and AWP. We started by doing some research online, and we found both KeyPlex and AWP online. We called them up and asked some questions and liked what we heard. So we bought enough material to do some trials in our fields. We set up a couple different trial blocks, and we tried different spray intervals and different rates and tried them with different materials, and liked enough that we saw that we ended up rolling it out on a full scale the following year. Yeah, the AWP benefits that matter to us is firstly, we know that it has a really good knockdown effect, so it does kill, but it also has a repellent factor to it. We felt that if we sprayed it early and we started with our May spray, that we got a repellent, and we knew that because our trap counts were lower than normal. So we knew something was going on in the field that was keeping the moths away. It's also soft on the beneficials. So by spraying it early, we still were able to keep the beneficials fighting on our behalf in the field, which led us to not have to use such an aggressive mite program this year. Keeping the beneficials in the field is extremely important. We've found and have heard from university research that keeping beneficials in the field is your #1 protection against mite control. We've heard from other growers that after they spray some of these harsher chemicals that kill everything in the field, that their mite situation does blow up after the fact. So keeping your beneficials out there while protecting yourself with the navel orangeworm, you're able to do both. You're able to keep that mite pressure down while protecting yourself from the #1 thing you're going after, and that's the navel orangeworm. It also has 0 pre-harvest interval and 0 re-entry. So in harvest, we've run into issues in the past where the later flights have threatened us and threatened the crop, and it's a double-edged sword at that point, where you're going to shut down harvest to go after them and risk the crop. Well, with AWP, you're able to spray and get back to work and protect worker safety at the same time. Yeah, being able to spray during harvest is huge. The last few years especially, there's been a threat of a late flight. So at that point, you're up against the question, do I go and spray and shut down every operation? We have multiple operations going at the same time in harvest. So do we shut that all down to go after and fight it? Or do we keep going and risk losing the premiums and the bonuses that the processors offer for better quality? With AWP, we're able to do both. We're able to spray, get control, and protect the bottom line by sending in a better crop.
Resistance buildup on pesticides, yes, I'm seeing some, especially with the pyrethroids, the piphethrins, and so that's a big concern, because that's been a major pesticide that we've gotten used to using, and now that it's waning in activity, we're really concerned, and that's the beauty of AWP. It does seem like it's allowed the pyrethroids to actually perform at a higher level when we use it as a partner.
We incorporate AWP into our program on a few different levels. So we start out early. We start out in May. We put that in a tank mix, and we use that as our knockdown of the very first flight of the navel orangeworm. We then use it from whole split on. So once whole split starts, we do combine it with other stronger chemistry that we do feel has a great synergistic effect together. So it does two things. It does strengthen the kill, and it does increase the longevity of the product so that you are able to get longer spray intervals in between each time you're spraying. So far, we've seen really good control. So our trap numbers are down throughout the growing season, and then we're finding that our field counts before the huller are down. So, which means we're not getting eaten alive. We're not getting bit. So I think it's working. I think the strategies that we're putting into place are working, and we're going to continue using them going forward.
The results from AWP seem to be positive. I'm extremely happy with it. And in fact, we're so happy with it, it looks like we're going to move forward and use the same spray program we had this last year, which is the first time we've done that since I don't know when. So last year when Ryan wanted me to try AWP, I was a little skeptical, but I was very open-minded because of our lack of tools we have for navel orangeworm. I've never really had that much experience with the botanical oil. So I decided, let's go ahead and give it a try. And we tried it standalone, and we partnered it up with pesticides. The results were much better than I had expected on both aspects. So coming into the next year, I had enough confidence where I felt like it was a tool that we were going to use. So I wanted to partner it up with a softer insecticide because I felt like we had a chance of having some mite control. So I remember at our meeting when we were doing our budgets, Ryan was shocked when I didn't have a miticide as any of our products that we were going to use. But I felt with the AWP, I felt confident that we could probably not have to use a miticide. It was a bit of a risk, but sure enough, we were okay. We were able to, on all 2,000 acres this year, not have to put one miticide on. So I thought that was extreme positive, and that's why moving forward, I think it's going to be a valuable tool.